a very slow news day. I mean, nothing going on except for this Megan and Tory Lanez trial. Quick update on that if you guys want that. The neighbor testified today, and that was quite interesting because it kind of feels as though the neighbor doesn't really have a dog in the fight, even though he may have been coached by the defense, which is Tory Lanez folks. Okay, but he seems to be the most unbiased. He seems to have the most unbiased account of the whole entire situation because it's clear to me and everybody else that everybody, including Megan Thee Stallion, is lying, and ain't told us the truth. Okay, they did not tell us the truth. Megan said nothing about a fight with Kelsey. Nobody said anything about jumping Megan. Okay, they jumped the hell out of Megan. It was like 3-on-1, kicking her, punching her, yelling at her, cussing at her, calling her all types of names, right? Shooting at her. And basically the neighbor says that he saw a flash come from, he thinks he could have saw a flash come from the woman first, which would have been Kelsey, but he's not completely sure. But what he is sure about is the fact that Tory Lanez definitely obtained the weapon and was shooting at Megan. And he shot, he says, 4 to 5 times. So it's a hot ass mess because I have no clue that that the girl was jumped. I had no clue that the girl was jumped. And so I feel like that's kind of like my first time hearing that. Kelsey act like, oh, she just brushed shoulders with Megan Thee Stallion. I did not hear this again from Megan herself that, she was out here fighting Kelsey and that she was borderline, they was borderline trying to kill her. That's what the neighbor said. They was beating her up so bad that he feels as though, he kind of feared that they was going to kill her and throw her into the nearest river. He said that. So, and he was shaking up about it. He said, I really didn't give a damn about nobody at the damn scene. I didn't, at this point in time, I'm thinking about moving. They're taking over our neighborhood. They're terrorizing our neighborhoods. I was, more concerned about my son. I didn't want nobody walking through, knocking on my door, with all the fighting and the foolishness and the gun violence and a whole hot damn mess. Like, I've been under the influence of alcohol so many times, and it's never possessed me to act that barbaric. I'm sorry. But the way Megan included, Kelsey, Tory, and even the driver. The neighbor said that the driver got out of the car and started beating up Megan too, child. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, the driver has to be the least biased person in the situation. No. They said the driver started beating up Megan. He wanted to scuffle and get his 1-2 step in too. Shout out to Sierra. So it's a whole hot mess. And yeah. It's a mess. Okay, so that's the update on the Tory Lanez trial. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this that situation. I feel like everybody gonna walk away free. Okay, Megan go about her business. They're gonna let Tory go. I don't know why I feel like this, but I just do. I feel like this case is way too chaotic. I feel like there's way too much doubt that's been, sown into the minds of the jurors and whatnot. And yeah, I just don't feel like they're gonna convict this man. Maybe he'll, I think he's on trial for like 3 or 4 charges. Maybe he'll get 1. I don't know. Assault with a deadly weapon. I'm not sure. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Okay. Like I said, slow news day. So I'm literally grasping here. Cynthia Bailey. So she was on that podcast with David behind the velvet rope. She ended up talking about Nene Leakes. Okay. She had some things to say about Nene Leakes. And it was quite interesting because it seemed as though Cynthia Bailey was kind of vouching for Nene to kind of like, be back onto the show. And, she says that she really hopes that Andy Cohen and Nene can reconcile and Nene can reconcile with the network because Nene is Real Housewives of Atlanta and Housewives of Atlanta is Nene. She says that I hate that they are in this sticky situation as far as Lanithia being phased out from the show. Lanithia saying that Andy Cohen is a racist. Lanithia suing them for a hostile work environment and racial discrimination and gender bias and things of those natures. And so Cynthia's like, I really, 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 really hope that this sad situation can be rectified and that they can work it out. That is very optimistic of Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey has always intrinsically had a very good heart sometimes, except for like maybe 1 or 2 seasons where, you know, she kept telling Phaedra to win a case. Okay, shout out to Dustin Ross. Y'all know all of these women on these shows, they be having the gays. I was just having a conversation about Anthony the assistant and Sheree and Drew Sidora and some of the other women, how they use the gays. They use their gay assistants and their hairstylists and their confidants to come up with all their reads and, you know, all that type of stuff. It was during that time when Cynthia was talking about some winner case, and it was during that time where Cynthia was kicking folks on boats, where Cynthia was a bit of a mean girl. Okay, I am not going to lie about the situation. It was a point in time, like we all like to say, oh my God, Cynthia never had a voice. She never had a backbone. No, that is not true. Cynthia had a spine. She was a mean girl for about 2 seasons straight. Okay, and then she kind of like snapped out of it. Okay, I think when she divorced whatchamacallit, she kind of snapped out of it. So, but I say that to say, you know, Cynthia's always been a champion of Nene, and she's always kind of been nice. I feel like she's always been nicer, a better friend to Nene than Nene has been to her. That's just my personal opinion. I feel as though, that Cynthia, I wouldn't champion for Nene because I don't think sis is going to champion for you. I mean, last time I heard Lenithia Leaks talking about Cynthia, she basically said that Cynthia was not there for her during, you know, the period where Greg passed away. Even though we know that Cynthia Bailey showed up to the Lenithia Lounge just a couple of days after the repass. I mean, I'm just saying, it didn't seem like the way Nene was talking about it on the radio. I believe this was the same account. This was the same moment where she got up there on the radio, View 103 with, you know, Ryan, what's his name? Ryan somebody, Frank Ski. I don't know. Is Frank Ski still on the radio? I don't know. Whenever I turn on View 103, I never hear people talking. I just hear R&B and Lil Baby. But yeah, she got up there on the radio talking about something. They pitched in together to buy me a $200 bouquet of flowers. They're cheap as hell. They could have came correct. And then she went ahead and said Cynthia really wasn't there for her. And I was like, wow. So yeah, that's that. Everybody seems to want Nene to come back, or, you know, make it right, or they want Bravo to make it right with Nene. I don't know, child. You know, nothing is too difficult for our Lord, but hunty, that's going to be a very interesting situation. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.